All right, y'all, I'm back with another video, and right now we're just gonna do a nice high taper on my man. He's not getting the top cut. My client has been growing his hair out, but he still needs to, get a taper and still look fresh. So right now we're gonna start with the clipper close and make our first line, our ball line, however you wanna call it. And then we'll open it up all the way and create that first bar that we are gonna blend out, closed, slowly opening as we work through the bar until you only have one line left. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create our bar and blend it out. Create the bar and blend it out. So here goes the next one with the number one open. And it's the same thing. The goal is to try to make each bar the same width as the other one. So if it's your number one bar or your number one open bar, if it's your blade open bar, if you're doing it even a number two, you want to kind of make it the same width, so that way your fade is going to be nice and spaced out evenly, for the haircut. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, all right, so if this is the YouTube channel, I'm going to be transparent. I went too high in that back taper. I really did. I should have kept it darker, a little bit more below the nugget, but I started too high. And once I'm up there, I don't really have nothing else. Like, I should not be trying to fade the nugget right there, I should be below that, so that way the darkness just flows into that and I don't have to worry about it. But I went too high on the back taper. It still looks good. It's still blended out, you know what I mean? But that's something that you want to keep in mind. And I'll be real with you, trying to be transparent with you guys. I'm a real human being. I'm a barber, you know what I mean? But he's still gonna be fresh, I promise. My client here also is an Eagles fan, so we were in the middle of talking about the Super Bowl. Go Birds. If you're an Eagles fan, in the comments, comment in the video, like and subscribe. Y'all should be doing that anyway, for real. Support a brother. But here we go. Same steps on the temple area. It's gonna be a high taper, so we'll just, blow out the entire C cup and get to work on this taper. And right here, I think the highest guard I used was a one open. I don't know if I went any higher than that, because something that I've been learning, because I'm still learning and growing every day as I cut in the barbershop, but something I've been learning is you don't always have to skip to the next guard. You might actually have a better outcome just tilting your clipper a little bit. You know what I mean? So right now, if the heel of the bottom part of the blade is on the head, I might tilt it up so that it's more of the teeth of the blade on the head and not so much the heel. But yeah, we did end up jumping to that 1.5 guard. And now I'm just going with the grain to kind of smooth things out. And this is a client of mine who comes on average about every 3 weeks. So, and he brings his son too. So, shout out to my guy. I'm not going to say his name, but shout out to my guy right here. As a barber, you got to think about that. It's not just about how much the client is paying you for the haircut, at that moment. It's about how many times does this client come a year? You know what I mean? I have one client who comes every single week, and he pays me $50. That's 52 times a year times $50. What is that? $2,500 a year? That's crazy. So, like, you got to make sure that, you know, you're thinking about this stuff as you cut hair throughout the day. Yes, you know, of course, like, treat everybody equally in the barbershop no matter what. But at the same time, you got to understand who is paying your bills. Shoot, if I have 100 clients come in and pay me $1,000 a year, I made $100,000. I just need 100 clients to pay me $1,000 a year, and I made $100,000. Now, in this freaking economy, you need more than $100,000. Like, that's just, 6 figures ain't even it no more. But yeah. So keep that in mind, like, as you're building your relationship with your clientele. Like, all of these things are important. Your annual customer value is important. So right here, I'm just in with my one guard, and I'm just detailing, trying to lighten up that spot right there in the middle. But you guys know the system. You guys know the steps. It's the exact same steps with every cut. The order might change, the way in which, you know, like, you might do the one guard open first, you might do the one guard open last. It doesn't really matter. As long as you follow the steps, as long as you hit all the marks, you're good. So right here, I just wiped a little liquid razor on my client's lineup to prepare it for, you know, his edge up. I want the skin to be clean, but I also want the hair to have that kind of like, you know, frozen effect. Like frozen in place kind of thing. I wanted to have that, so that way when I do hit it with the trimmers, everything just comes right into place. So now we're just gonna brush it in and just make sure everything is ready to go. And here I'm just tapping at the, I don't even know what you call it, the neckline, I guess. Just want to tap at that line. You don't want to press really hard. One thing I find that's the key to lining people up and not scarring them. You want to make sure your trimmers is sharp, but you also want to make sure that the skin does not move when you line somebody up. You're cutting the hair, not the skin. You don't want to press so hard to where the skin moves. Every time I see like barbers on like, you know, Instagram or whatever, like not every time, but a lot of times I see like, it's like, dang, Jones is pressing hard. You know what I mean? So my trimmers are pretty sharp. You know what I mean? They're not crazy sharp, but like they're not going to kill you, but they're pretty sharp. So that allows me to just tap and go. And I've had to, over the years, just work on my touch and not being so heavy-handed. You know what I mean? And when I first started cutting and my tools wasn't that sharp, you know, I was pressing really hard. And then I sharpened my tools, and then now I'm pressing too hard with sharp tools. That's really bad. I'm getting, you know, red marks. So now, as I've grown as a barber, I've learned to like lighten up my touch when it comes to lining people up, because nobody wants to leave the barbershop scarred up. You know, that's no fun. Man, I should just start talking about Jesus in all my videos. It's something, you guys, like, just to see the progression, you know, from where I started to where I am now. And like, truly, that is only, like, I can only thank Jesus for that, man. Like, he allowed me to, like, jump into a career and be able to support myself and my family, like, off the rip. You know what I mean? It did take some time, but, like, he took care of us, man. And I just want to say, like, if you're a barber, dude, and you know, I'm everybody, right? But I'm speaking of barbers because, like, this is what we do. Like, you're not. There's a tendency, I think, as a barber, to feel like, man, I'm relying on myself. You know what I mean? I'm relying on myself to get these clients and to build this business and to get good at cutting hair. I'm relying on myself. I'm on my, it's on me. It's on me. It's on me. And I would challenge every barber out there, like, if you don't know God, if you do know God, if you know Jesus Christ, and you just haven't been like trusting in him and leaning on him, you've been trusting in yourself, I would ask you guys to, like, lean on him, man. Lean on him for real, for real. So right now we're working on my client's mustache. He's in the military, so, we gotta make sure that's clean. But I kind of like it. It reminds me of, like, 90s Denzel or, like, 80s Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stash, that's clean. And here we're just taking a shaver and gonna clean up his, his face and everything that is basically bald. His face, the back of his neck, the temple area, all of that. And again, same thing with the shaver. You don't really need to press super hard. You can use the weight of the shaver and, do everything you need to do. If you're pressing really hard, you're going to wind up irritating somebody. Now, I asked my client, for the sake of the video, like, can we throw some sploosh on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we throw some enhancements on there? So right now I'm throwing some Tomb 45 no drip on in the airbrush. And we just gonna give the haircut some pop. Now my goal is, like, I'm not really trying to spray directly onto the hair. I'm trying to spray, like, off the card and onto the hair, if that makes sense. Like, see how I'm coming from the front? Like, I want it to hit the card and then bounce off onto the hair. That's clean. There go my next client, just walked in. See, we you know what I'm saying? The chair is spinning, y'all. That chair is spinning, guys. Praise God. Man, my freaking shoulder is in the way. You can't see, but I'm hitting my client with the razor. Just trying to clean up the line, bring everything together. But all in all, I would say that's pretty clean, man. All right. thank you guys, man. If you guys like this video, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.